Hello everyone, and welcome back to Old Dad's Modeling Mess. In today's video, we're going to start working on the turret, but mainly we're going to be adding some texturing to the Sherman in the areas I want to enhance it some, or it may need it. I've already added the fenders and the braces to the top half of the hull. But that was just done to get it ready, just in case I needed them on there. I'll add all the other stuff later on, like machine gun and the tools and all that good stuff. This was really, I wanted to get all the parts together that I thought might need some texturing. That way there I could get that part of it done. I'm also using this video as a tester for some stuff that I've learned real quick here in this YouTube studio thing. I hope all of you are liking the new way that I'm doing the videos here. I'm not a huge fan of just fast forwarding through everything and then just yipping for 10 or 12 minutes and all that. I want everybody to be able to see how I do this stuff in real time. I've even added some music for you guys. I got the idea from watching Laser Creation World's channel. He does some amazing videos, and he doesn't speak in his videos. He just plays music. But not only do you learn new techniques off of it, his videos are just really, really relaxing, and you don't even realize how long they are. The music and stuff that he plays in there, it's nice and soft and smooth. As I've said before, this kit has went together so nice and easy. It kind of threw me off. Right here, I'm trying to figure out when I put the mantlet on. I wanted to make sure I do it right, because I didn't want to mess up and get it glued or stuck in one position. So I'm wiggling around. I'm like, okay, how hold on, am I sure I'm doing this right? Because well, you guys know how it is. You got to make sure you don't screw it up. So once I realized that those thick washers, I guess, on the inside there were actually what the mantlet glues to, I was good to go, and things were much better for me, because I won't lie, I was a little scared. I didn't about messing it up. So yeah, get the bottom half of it on here, and then we're gonna start adding the armor texturing. Excuse me there. Well, that is if I can get it glued on here. I didn't think the seam was too bad on there, so I didn't sand it down or anything like that. I figured the texturing would hide most of it, so that's why I didn't do none of that. I do know that some guys will actually they'll put a weld seam on there, which that's cool and all, but I figured the texturing would hide most of that seam, and so I didn't want to have to worry about it. It was just going together so good. I was just zoned out. Add the last little bits of glue there. Make sure I don't glue nothing that isn't supposed to be glued, and then we're going to start with some armor texturing. The details in this kit, the weld seams and the texturing, those are really, they're nice enough that you don't have to redo them unless you want to. I decided the only thing I was going to do was I was going to add some texturing to it. Uh, I what I my main focus on this was to add enough just to enhance it, make it look better, but I did not want to do anything where I covered up or hid the casting marks. I'll be honest, this is my first model that I've had that's actually had casting marks on it. So that was a huge, huge, huge thing for me. Uh, I know that you can buy the stuff and put it on there and everything, but this one already came with it. So I was ready to go, but I was very, very cautious. And I before I did the hull and the turret where the casting marks are, I wanted to get back into the rhythm of things, make sure that I'm not overdoing it and stuff like that. So I started out here on the front of the hull. I do have a video that I've made about how I do my armor texturing. Um, I'm still learning all this stuff, and this is one of those things that I'm testing out in this video here. Is I'm going to try to put a link up here in the top corner. That way there, if you want to check it out, you can go see how I do it. I'm pretty sure it's like most others, but you never know. Uh, I I hold my brush a little bit different to get the sizes and the actual shape of the texturing the way I want it. So lots of people will do it one way. I don't know. Hopefully you'll find it helpful. The link should be right there in the top of the video, so go check it out if you haven't already. And let's continue on with this texturing. And I've got my groove back here somewhat. It is time for me to get into the stressful parts here. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the top half of the hull first. That way there, I don't mess up all the casting marks, because there's a bunch of them on the turret and the mantlet. So there's only one here on the top half of the hull. So I'm going to do that one next. And then, as long as that comes out good, we'll get to the turret and get it done. I just got to be really, really careful. So, as I've said before, I don't cover up or hide any of the casting marks. once I got done there with the top half of the hull, I felt confident enough that getting this turret done shouldn't have been a problem. I didn't see any issues with it as of yet, but I will double check just to make sure once I'm done here. Uh, first time doing this, so with the casting marks, that is. So I got to make sure that they show up. That's a definite must. I'm excited about this. In the end, though, I really think this turned out absolutely amazing. I couldn't I couldn't have been any happier, to be completely honest with you. I think it actually it did exactly what I wanted it to do. It made it look better without hiding any of the other stuff. So I'm happy with that. Ah, that wasn't too bad, I don't think. The music filled in them long voids of texturing. You weren't forced to hear me babble on about weird, goofy, silly stuff. So, yeah. As I've said before, uh, I know this video's longer than normal. Actually, double my normal time. But I wanted to make sure that everybody, you guys get to see me actually doing it in real time. I did cut out some of the boring parts, like gluing the hatch to the commander's cupola, and then the the glass inside the commander's cupola. We all know about that, but I just wanted to get the big important main parts of the build covered. Um, if there's parts that you guys want to see, let me know down in the comments below because I can include them. I I've got over 4 hours of footage of the building the hull and stuff like this. So there's I've got plenty of footage and I've got footage of all of it, but I really don't think you guys want to see me gluing on what was it 30 of those little braces to the fenders, or the commander's cupola hatch, I mean, because those are pretty basic. Like I said, I'm new to the YouTube thing here, so I'm trying different things. Uh, Mainly the stuff that I've seen on other channels that I really like. Hopefully, you guys will like this. If you do, let me know. Well, if you don't, let me know. Because in the end, the videos are actually made for you guys. So I want to make the stuff you guys want to watch. So definitely let me know. Okay. Uh, Once I was done here with all the texturing, I made sure I didn't cover up any of the casting marks, and then I decided I was done. Yep, I called it. I'm done. I don't want to overdo it because I do have that uh, ability to quickly overdo and overcomplicate things way too much, especially when it comes to this. So I've forced myself to stop. I'm like, nope, Ed, stop. Don't do no more. This looks good. Uh, I'll, I will show you here at the end, though, how the how visible the casting marks are after doing the texturing, because I think just this little bit of extra detail made the model a lot better. Now that's just my opinion, but I really feel that way. I think that just doing this little bit here just made it that much better. And once it was all done, I think it looks damn good. But I do have to say all this. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy this type of content, please drop a like in the or drop a like in a comment below. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps me make dumb decisions to go spend more money on this sort of stuff, which I really don't have a problem with, but it strokes my ego. um, but yeah, this has been an amazing ride so far. We are at over 100 subscribers now, and damn, it's I truly did not think that it would ever. Well, I figured I'd get there, but I figured it'd be another year before I got there. But the community here on YouTube, believe it or not, is not as atrocious as people make it out to be. There are a lot of good people on here, and I've met a few that I really, really enjoy talking with and stuff like that. It's been amazing. So, with all that said, thank you again. You guys truly are amazing. And I'm going to keep popping this stuff out. So, hopefully, you like it. And until the next video, I will see you guys later. Thank you and goodbye.